Alright, so let's see. I need to change my sponsor. Oh, not my driver. God damn it. God damn it. 704, you fucking suck ass. That's what I want. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. I've got the stream shared. Now I'm about to go ahead and post it into the PlayStation chat so that way y'all can see it.
Ooh, I need
Come
to test
on,
out my,
post.
what's it
There you
called? I
go.
need to test out my Twitch on my PlayStation. Okie dokie.
All right. So, I just want to thank you guys for coming in. We'll get started here in a few minutes.
Shoot. Whoops. Come on,
You
stupid.
sound like an online school teacher saying that.
Yeah, he
Yes.
does, bro. He
Well,
capped.
I
Oh.
just want to make sure everybody has some time to get in. So, in case you haven't seen it. If there are any questions in the YouTube chat, and see um if there are going to be any questions in the chat, and see if anybody has any other further questions after I explain all the rules and all that, then that will be okay with me. So okay, so what's up, Luna Racing? Welcome to the chat.
You know that's ECC, right?
Yeah, I know them. I know it. I just like to say it by their actual name on YouTube.
You don't have to.
Well, I mean, I want to, so. So we only got two people watching the stream so far, so we'll get started at around 8:05. So 8:05 Eastern, 7:05 Central Time. So just do what y'all need to do and get some drinks or something. This won't take long. It'll take maybe 30 or 45 minutes. And what I'll be explaining in the meeting for tonight, I'll be explaining over the details for Southwest Cup Series Season 4, why I decided to start the season so early, and why did you want to do a longer schedule, and what's with the new changes on the schedule. And I will also go over penalties, point systems, and what else? Cautions. We'll actually have manual cautions, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, since we're going to change that up. Since there's only maybe 10 or 12 people racing each week, or maybe, I think the only ranges is maybe let me see, I think it's only, if I'm not mistaken, it should be seven to 11 people racing, so, which is okay, so, um, there also have been some driver changes from season 2 to season 3, so, and I will actually go ahead and
You
point
mean
that out.
season 3 to 4?
Hold on. What were we saying, Nick?
You meant season 3 to season 4,
Season
Justin.
3 to season 4. Yes, that's what I meant. So we'll go ahead and actually go ahead and start all the way at the end, and we will actually go and head over to the main changes for next season. I haven't heard back from Bush yet, but he's thinking about being back in the 18. And then we got originally this driver for William Byron was supposed to be the Jackhammer 92, but due to Sunday, he actually got caught saying the N word. Well, actually, we actually need to say it with the no word since YouTube wants to be demonetizing us. Um, so he got caught saying the N word during a GTEC live stream, and Penske was the one that actually clipped the video about it because he was taking his aggression over Racing Fan or someone, I don't know who. So he is actually out of the league now, and he is not allowed to return back until he is proven to me that he is ready to be back in Southwest Cup Series after his further actions. So,
Man, you
and with
act
also
like
the
it's a
main,
big deal. It's just a word.
yeah, but it's 2020 to 2021. What'd you expect? So we also have some other future changes. We got originally last season we had Mr. G-Man himself drive the 37 in season 3. This season he's going back over to the 48 like he was since since ECC did not reach out to me and actually said he was wanting to rejoin Southwest again. So I don't know why he didn't respond back to me. So Yeah, since he's done recently. So another few changes that actually happened is that we actually did have a whole entire Hendrick Motorsports lined up. That is actually changed now, and we actually have a DEI actually again. So we got the 3, the 8, 48, and 3. So that means we have I think before signups actually started to die down, Josh said like I think it was like 3 or 4 hours ago after signups that Dale was actually going to be kicked out of DEI or the greatest time champions of all time. I don't know, but it's Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. And then so we got, I believe, let me see if I can get the roster real quick. So I might as well go ahead and point out the season 4 roster as of now. So we got me in the 20. I was originally the 42 last season. This season I'm switching over to the 20 car this season, seeing how it is since my father actually does drive a Toyota. I might as well drive a Toyota just to support the Toyota family. And I also got some teammates with me. I also got the 11 car of Let's Go Moose. And then the 18 of Awesome, and last but certainly not least on Joe Gibbs Racing, my good buddy of mine, Mr. V player himself. He'll be driving the 19, so we got a full JGR lineup for season 4, and I might as well go ahead and point out the other changes for season 4.
May I have a request?
What is your request, Nick?
I say you should talk to the drivers who made the switch to another team and see how they feel about
Yeah,
going.
actually, yeah. Let's actually go and do that. So, there's only 5 of y'all in the party right now. I don't know why not many people are actually showing up. So, oh yeah, that's true. So,
Yeah,
I don't know why they haven't seen the stream yet. So, let's actually go ahead and start off with Vern. Since he was the 20 last season, he just switched over to the 19. So, Vern, what was your decision and what was the reasoning behind that you wanted to switch from the 20 to the 19? Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I guess thanks for talking with us, Vern, and thank you for discussing about why you switched over to the 19. All right, so now let's actually go and head over to Nick. He was the driver of the 24 for season 3, aka last season, but this season he decided to switch over to the 81 Ream Toyota, or I think that's right. Ream Toyota or Chevy.
Ream Racing. That's
Yeah, Ream
Toyota.
Racing. So I might as well show Christopher Bell since he's the only one that actually has the Ream. So Nick, what was your reasoning about why you decided to switch from the 24 Exalta car to the 81 Ream car?
Well, I thought maybe going into the season we thought, maybe it's time for a switch, and like what Vern said, it's time for someone else to go for the 24. Maybe they get some good luck. But I've been thinking like so hard on this. I've been like, I've never driven an A1. I wonder what it's like. And I was like, hey. And I met up with Christopher Bell and his crew. I said, hey, we're going to have Ream on the car. We're going to see how this car goes out with the team. Hopefully this season we can have a solid win team. If we have 3 more guys show up for our team, hopefully this season for Ream Racing, we can get ourselves into victory lane with this car.
Okay. And what was the purpose behind moving to the going to the 81?
I don't know. It struck me because I always never liked the 81, but then when I saw the fonts, I was like, that car doesn't look that bad. Those skins I've made, but that 81, I've thought the 81 might be a good chance because Joe Gibbs had it, I believe, the last time there was 2013. So I was like,
2013 with Elliott Sadler, to be correct. Yes.
and I decided, hey, I think the 81 needs to show some love. Let's get this 81 back to victory lane, I guess you could say.
Okay, so thank you for talking to us, Nick, about the reasoning behind you decided to move to the 81. So now let's actually go and head over to G-Man since he's the driver of the number 48 Chevrolet. So G-Man, you were the 37 last season, but ever since ECC decided to lead the league mid-season, you decided to take over his ride. And what was the purpose of you being a Jimmy Johnson fan, and what was the purpose about you choosing this car?
Well, actually, the thing is, I was actually both a Jimmy Johnson fan and a Dale Jr. fan. I liked them both at the same time. I always would love them. I would take the 48 or the 88 any day, but since Dale takes the 88 a lot, or some other guy can't be that number, so the 48 is available, I just take that number. And since ECC left mid-season, I figured Josh's team could need an extra guy to groove, a new guy to groove in, and to bring that car back to its former glory and get my name actually in the record books for once, because I really just haven't felt right. And don't get me wrong, the 37, I love the 37.
Yeah, it's got really good schemes though. So,
but I just didn't have the found speed that I thought I had the season before in the 48 in season 2. I just didn't have the speed in it. So I decided to come back to the 48 with Josh's team. Josh signed me, and I'm just wanting to get that speed back and all that groove and momentum back coming for season 4 to hopefully get that championship. That's
all right,
that's the
G-Man.
purpose.
All right, G-Man. Well, you seem pretty confident in that 48. So, do you feel like you're gonna have a better result than last season?
Oh, definitely. There's no question.
All right. So, thank you for talking to us, Gavin. And now let's go ahead and head over to Moose, since he's the driver of the number 11. So, I don't know if y'all are sharing your mics or not, but I highly suggest you do. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'll go ahead and switch over to Denny Hamlin. Hold on, real quick. I did. All right, so Moose, welcome to Southwest Cup Series. Excuse me. So what was the purpose of you going to the 11 car, and what was the reasoning behind you decided to be the 11 car and decided to go to Joe Gibbs? Now, do you think that you're gonna have some good teammates for next season, like with Vern in the 19 and then Kyle Larson 42 fan in the 20? Well, okay then. So I guess. So I guess you seem pretty confident for this season. I hope you get yourself a good amount of points for next season, and hopefully you can get yourself a good amount of points for season 5. All right, so that was Moose, and now here's my purpose that I went to the 20 car. So the reason why I went from the 42 over to the 20 is because I thought it would actually just be the right time just to be someone else, because I was the 42 for season 1. Well, I think season 1 was actually the Xbox Pro Series, or no, that wasn't it. The PlayStation Summer Series was basically Southwest Cup Series season 1. So the main reason why I wanted to be the 20 though is Eric Jones is actually my second favorite driver though, because I've seen him win a lot of races whenever I went to Texas Motor Speedway back in the past, whenever he won those truck races and Xfinity races, and one of those days I actually was in the infield one time and he actually won the race. But he does a really good job at talent though, even though he doesn't win a lot of races though, mostly on restrictor plates though. But um, and the other purpose is that I like his schemes about I like his schemes that he ran, like the Craftsman and the Reezer's car. I think that's what it's called, Reezer's. Yeah, Reezer's car. Because some of these games were actually in last year's games, like the Stanley car, the Craftsman car, the Sports Clips. That was actually a little bit of a different story, but and then the Reezer's car. But the Toyota, I don't think that was in last season, but the throwbacks look nice though. But for the most part, yeah, I actually did want it to be the 20 for the season since back then I actually was the 20 car for Dale's League, the DEX Imaging Toyota Supra of Harrison Burton, which me and Vern are actually good friends with Harrison Burton since we're both fans of him. But yeah, actually the real reason why I wanted to be the 20 is that I've had a lot of experience with young drivers, like maybe Kyle Larson or maybe like John Hunter Nemechek or Ryan Preece or Tyler Reddick, some of the Xfinity stars that you know today. Um, but yeah, some of these guys are very talented from wherever they started, and yeah, it's actually a nice one. So that's the real reason why I wanted to be the 20. Oh, someone new here. Let me see. Hold on. Oh no, never mind. Um, so let's actually go and head over to the schedule part for this season. Um, this season, it's going to be a 22 race schedule, unlike 16 like last season. It was originally supposed to be a 14 race schedule for last season, but I decided to mix it up a little bit and actually do a Talladega triple header, and which a lot of you fans actually seem to like. So what I did is I changed up the format for a little bit, and for the schedule now, we actually have a playoff system now for season 4. So I will go and head over to the schedule part for this season, and we will get started. So, I actually didn't read the rest off the list. So for the roster, so we got me in the 20, Rye Guy in the 6, Dale in the 3. Well, actually, he's not going to be the 3 anymore. So I'll have to talk to him and see what number he wants now. We got Moose in the 11, Grigga in the 9, Ray in the 24, Nick in the 81, Vern in the 19, Awesome in the 18, Turbo in the 2, Deegan in the 88, Gunner in the 78, Josh the 8. No one told me the 43 car yet. And then we had G-Man in the 48, Freedom 47, and then GU 17. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 drivers signed up already. Which is only about, I think it's like 16 out of 21, I believe that's right. I think that's right. 16 out of 21. So we're only missing 5 guys that have not participated in the signups yet, because signups will close by Thursday at 7 Eastern, 24 hours before the 500. Because if you have not gotten your number yet before signups close 24 hours prior to the Daytona 500, then you must do so now, because I've seen some drivers out there. I think it's like, let me check the chat real quick. I don't understand why they haven't said their numbers yet. So, on the bright side, though, we'll have a last minute sign up. If you do not plan to, if you haven't signed up, you will be kicked out of the chat if you do not participate in the signups, because signups will close, like I said, Thursday at 7 Eastern, 24 hours before the Daytona 500 for Season 4, the 4th annual Daytona 500. So, wait, hold on, Vern, what were you saying? Kevin never race?
Yeah.
Not for season 4. I probably should say that it should be mandatory to race, but if you do have a good enough excuse to actually say why you should not race, like if you're not feeling too well, or like if you're not feeling well and you're feeling ill, and you have to go out with family, which I can understand, baseball practice, football practice, or whatever, school too, if you're still in like late night school or something or whatever. But yes, for the most part, okay. Okay. Well, speaking of that, speaking of Fridays, thank you for coming up with this, Vern. Yes, just like last season, will have races on Fridays at 7 Eastern at scheduled times. All races will be at Friday at 7 Eastern every time. If I do plan to actually have a schedule change or anything, like if I have to go out with family or have to go out to like to go out of town, like maybe go to Houston and see some family, then I would let the chat know, the chat, at least maybe at least 2 or 3 days prior to the event. So, but if it is a last minute deal, then I would probably move it to probably next week. So now let's actually go and head over to the schedule now for season 4. Like I said, it's a 22 race schedule. We can actually go ahead and start it off. So this year, the season opener will not be at Daytona. It's actually going to be at Talladega. And Vern, do you want? All right, so let's actually go and explain it. Vern, do you have your mic shared for my stream? Yeah. So Vern, how about you explain to the viewers at home about why we should make Talladega the season opener? Okay. You can actually go to my stream and make sure you're actually sharing though.
Oh, my voice wasn't shared. Just wondering.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I'll go check real quick. Nah, you're not sharing, Vern. So you could probably turn it off after you're done. So don't worry about it. Just make. Yes. Right. 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 Yes. Yes. And people actually just say that I actually am the greatest league owner of all time, which is actually true, because compared to Season 2, it wasn't. So, but Season 3, I made it a lot better, so let's actually go and head over the schedule now for Season 4, which I already posted in the chat if anyone has not seen it yet. So, I already posted it in the chat a few days ago, so let's actually go and head it over. So race number 1, we got Talladega, and then race number 2, we got Atlanta. And then number 3, the first of a few new tracks on the schedule, we got Chicago, which I obviously know for a fact that GU is going to be a dominator there since he almost beat me last time. So if you haven't seen my stream like yesterday from Chicago at Snap-on. And then we got Iowa, which is going to make its return. It's going to be earlier in the season at race number 4. And then number 5 is the second of the newest tracks. So we got Road America, which I'll explain about the road courses here in a minute. Then we got Phoenix, Texas, and then one of the newer tracks, which I'm disappointed that this was not on the schedule for 2021 season for NASCAR. Kentucky. This will actually make its return probably for the final time because I feel so bad that Kentucky is out of the season. So, but yeah. And then another one of the newest tracks, we got Indianapolis Roval, which, like I said, I'll explain about the road courses here in a minute. And then we got the Daytona Night Race, and then the Charlotte Race. It's not going to be the Roval, it's just going to be regular Charlotte like last season. And then we got Gateway, which made its debut last season. Then we got another new track. We got Mid-Ohio, which is always a fun track to go to, and I'll explain about that one too. And then we got Pocono, one of Dale's favorite tracks. And then we got Las Vegas to end up the regular season. And now to the playoffs. We'll have 3 rounds. We will have the round of 12, the round of 8, and the final 4. This is basically going to be the win-you're-in deal. So I will still do points after the season ends. So because even if you are actually I'm gonna do it like how GU does it. So it's basically just gonna be like just the point system though. And if you're above the top 12 before the playoffs start, then you basically make the playoffs for season 4. So let's actually go and head over the playoff schedule. There are 7 playoff races that we'll have. 3 in round 1, 3 in round 2, and then 1 in the 3rd round. In round 1, in the round 1 opener, we got New Hampshire, which is basically the regular one that was like, I think it was like back since 2000.
Yes, sir.
Whoever has that playing in the background, could you please stop? Because I cannot talk. Well, I'll just turn it on my mic. So yes, we got New Hampshire as the round 1 opener, and then the middle race of round 1 we have Homestead Miami Speedway. Unlike real NASCAR, they decided to put Homestead as the
Second race.
The 3rd race of the season, which was originally supposed to be the 2nd. So, but yeah, that's good stuff. And then the only road course race that's actually in the playoffs, which I think everybody's gonna be excited for this one. Watkins Glen.
Let's go.
Watkins Glen
Yay.
as race number 18, and that will be the cutoff race for the round of 12. Now for the round of 8. We have a big track, and then a medium-sized track, and then a small track. The big track that will open up the round of 8 will be Indianapolis. Yes, we will go back to Indianapolis. It's not going to be the Roval this time. It is actually going to stay as the regular Indianapolis, like the regular Brickyard 400. Sadly, we will not be racing on Sadly, we will not be racing on the oval Indianapolis since NASCAR think it was too bad to race because of the tire wear in 2008. Blech. So that's that. Then in the middle race of the round of 8, we got Auto Club Speedway. Yes, Auto Club will actually be the middle race of the round of 8. And then, to spice things up for the final race of the round of 8, we got Bristol for the cutoff race of the round of 8.
The night race or the day race?
It will be the night race at Bristol. It will be the night race. And then, the final race of Season 4 will be Kansas. Yes, just like last season, we will make Kansas as the season finale, because from what I heard from the other drivers from last week's race, from the New Year's Day race from Kansas, everybody said it was actually a good season finale race, and I was actually okay with that. Because, yes, so, and we made it 50%. So, but yeah, so, and speaking of that, I'll actually go and explain why Kansas is actually a good season finale track, because Homestead, it's just not really that good. It's always single file racing. It's always a one-line groove, just like Bristol and all that, so. And Kansas is a lot more wide open. You can actually probably maybe like do like a slide job or something, unlike Chicago though, because it's a little bit more narrow.
Yeah, but Kansas is single grooved on the high side, which is what I don't like. But
yeah, but you can still get good runs off and still, because I think GU actually. Let me talk. So yeah, but
Yeah, you're right about
but
that.
from what I saw from GU's point of perspective, he actually was surprised because I actually made the bottom line work last week. So, which I was actually surprised that I actually made the bottom work. So, because anything can be possible here in Southwest. So, anything can actually happen in Southwest.
Things
So,
possible. Like I could just somehow win the championship with no wins. You know, it's possible.
yeah, that's actually possible though. But just like GU's league for the regular season, it's all about points. But once the playoff approaches, it's actually going to be the win you're in deal. So
Yeah, but you can still break the system. I mean, look at Matt
yeah, but
Preston.
but yes, you could still break the system. But I'd actually rather do just points rather than just doing your win you're in deal. So but the point system is actually going to be a bit different. So it's basically going to be like I think it's like 45 for first place, and then 40 for second place, and then 35 for third place, and then it's just going to be like and that's actually going to be like a point ever so down. So every lap or every position you lose. So like 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, all that good stuff. So what else I was going to say? Oh yes. So the main changes that we actually did for season 4 is that we're going to actually make some of the races actually 50%. Unlike we actually kept it 25 for most of them, because last season I don't know if we did 50 or 25 for Daytona, because I know we did 50 for Kansas, and did we do 50 for Daytona? No, so that's actually going to change up a little bit. So we're actually going to make Talladega a 50% race, and then all the road courses will actually be 50% long, since it feels like it's just a way too short to actually just do just a 25% race on a road course. It'll just take up like maybe like 15 or 20 minutes. So so we're gonna make that 50%. So if I'm not mistaken, let's actually go and make sure if I'm counting it right. So let me go and head over to Eric Jones real quick. Hold on, come on, there you go. So let me actually head over to let me just go to the test session and just make it easier. Eric Jones, where is that Jones boy? There he is. So, Canadian Tire will not be on the schedule for season 4, but I am expecting it's supposed to be for season 5. If in such case we actually do not like the Indianapolis Roval on there, we will actually do a replacement race and actually do Canadian Tire. So, which will probably be like maybe the day after the Indianapolis Roval race, which was scheduled. So, if we actually don't like Canadian Tire, we'll probably do it the other day and actually do the Charlotte Roval and see if it does better. So, we'll just see how it goes there. So yes, Road America will be a 50% race. Let me actually go and do the math real quick. So, Road America will be 25 laps, which is good enough though, because we'll probably turn cautions off. So, and might do stages for the road course races, since it's probably going to be way too long. So, but it depends though. So, Sonoma will obviously not be on the schedule, because I've heard a lot of complaints from other drivers from like online lobbies and say that Sonoma is actually really bad. Which, to be honest with you, I'd actually prefer the Heat 3 Sonoma, because it's way better. Because it's just way too tight of a turn to actually turn on in Sonoma to actually go. To actually make that hard turn down towards the carousel, and actually make that turn and go down the drag strip and make that turn, all the way towards I think it was like turn 6 or 7 or something, and then go by the O'Reilly Auto Parts sign and actually go down there. So we're taking Sonoma off the schedule for sure, and Sonoma will not be on there. If it did, it would be 55 laps. Road America will be 25. Mid Ohio will be 42. Let's see, what do we also got? Indianapolis Roll will be 31 laps, which I'm expecting it's supposed to be changed if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know if it's gonna be true or not. Because we're supposed to have the Daytona Road Course. I did hear that they're supposed to add the Daytona Road Course for NASCAR 21. So, which I'm very happy about, and Nick's very happy about it too. So, but yes, the Indianapolis Road Bowl will actually be 31 laps, and then what else we got? We had Road America, Indianapolis Roll, Mid Ohio, and then Watkins Glen. So yeah, so Road America is 25, Indianapolis 25, and then Indianapolis Roll 31, Mid Ohio 42, and then Watkins Glen 45. So wait, hold on, I'm not sure if I saw. So I got time. So let me actually go and check the chat real quick, or no, that's not right. Well, Nick's just doing his stream, so I already posted the schedule in the chat. So now let's actually go over the penalties for this season. So there actually are going to be a little bit more strict penalties for this season. There will actually be a penalty called, if you want to call it in football, unsportsmanlike conduct. So what that means is if you actually intentionally wreck someone on purpose just to bring out a caution, that will be a warning, and then if you do it a second time, that'll actually be an automatic disqualification for the race, and you will not be awarded any points if you do purposely cause a caution twice. Now for this place, Talladega. Let me actually go and... Now, Talladega is going to be a little bit of a more stricter rule because we had this problem during the Talladega triple header, though. So, in race number 2, if y'all have not seen, Josh actually forced Dale below the double yellow line just to win the race, and that was a bit of an unfair because I obviously knew Dale was upset about it, and we wanted to make things right and make things right and actually just do the right thing and actually do the right thing. So what we did is, I might as well go ahead and head out on track and actually explain. So here is the double yellow line that NASCAR fans are not happy about ever since the 2020 Yellowwood 500 when Denny Hamlin won the race, which I honestly thought that Matt DiBenedetto or no offense, Danny, but in the end, it actually should have been a penalty for Denny Hamlin since he did pass Chris Buescher below the double yellow line.
Still a record, that's why.
Yeah, so even though he avoided a wreck, though, from what Steve Miller said. So if you get forced below the double yellow line, the person that forced you below the double yellow line will get the penalty to prevent from passing. But if you advance your position below the double yellow line, then if you advance your position below the double yellow line, then that actually will be a penalty for whoever passed below the double yellow line, like if you advance your position below the double yellow line. But if they are actually planning to wreck ahead of you, you may have the option to actually go below the double yellow line just to avoid the wreck. Like even if they're doing like a full 360 right ahead of you, you can actually do like, you can just go all the way down towards the apron of the track and just try to avoid the wreck. But it is what it is, just like regular NASCAR on super speedways. So even though from the 2008 Amp Energy 500 at Talladega, Regan Smith did get his win taken away since he advanced his position below the double yellow line. So
he was forced down by Tony Stewart.
Yeah, even though they actually gave the win to Tony Stewart, though. because he was actually forced, which was actually a stupid call by NASCAR to do that, since the fans like Tony rather than Regan. So
The yellow line rule doesn't exist anymore. They didn't call it for Denny Hamlin, and why should we have the yellow line rule?
yeah, so
To be honest.
but yeah, so there actually will be a change now for the cautions now. So for this season, we'll be changing it up and actually do manual cautions now. But there is a key here for the start of Mid Ohio. We will not be going green at the regular start finish line. We'll be actually doing it how IndyCar does it, and actually go to that long straightaway where they actually do the start of the race. So I'm not sure if y'all actually been following IndyCar or not, but in the Mid Ohio start races, they actually do the restarts on the long straightaway. Because in the game, might as well actually show you. If you want to actually check my stream real quick, because I'll actually show you proof, if you may do so. They actually will actually have a white line marked on the long straightaway at Mid Ohio for the start of the race for the IndyCar series, since it was a bit of an unfair advantage for drivers to actually be in the corners on the start of the race. Unlike you want to be at Barber, though, at Barber Motorsports Park. So we'll go to Mid Ohio now, and the manual cautions will actually be changed up, unlike GE does. So so if there are cars actually a lap down, we will actually allow all the drivers to actually get their laps back, no matter how many laps down they are. Because just to give everybody a fair advantage. So, but for road courses, we will actually race it back to a specific turn or a specific straightaway, just to back down the pace. And if the lineup is not correct, or they're just not paying attention and following the rules for the restart, then we will probably go an extra lap, and it's your own fault if you actually do not plan to be in the right position at the right time. So, so in the meantime, we will race it back to the line and call the caution, and we will back it down to either pacing speed, like Bristol will probably be like 40 miles an hour, and then like intermediate tracks will be like 55 to 60 miles an hour, and then like Richmond, Iowa, or Phoenix will probably back it down to like 45 miles an hour or something like that, and then like super speedways will probably be like 70 or 75. But in the meantime, the way how cautions work, if there are like 3 single car spins, that'll actually count as a caution. If the same person spun out three times, then that will be a yellow as well. But we will not obviously be doing cautions for road courses. For road courses, it'll probably be like maybe like a 5 single car spins probably, since nobody really races how to do it on road courses though. So, but yeah, there's that. And but yes, most of the races will actually be 50%. Most of the intermediate or big mile tracks will probably be 25. I think Daytona Night's gonna be 50 though. So, yeah. So, manual cautions weren't turning right as way as I wanted to. So, I think for road courses we might do single file restarts, but I'm not for sure how it's gonna work though. We might do a test. Probably here maybe tomorrow or something. Maybe tonight. I don't know. But yeah. So there's that, and but yeah, and then the point system I already explained, and then all the drivers I already explained. So what? Okay, so yeah, all the penalties, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty has been explained. Oh, so even if you do plan to drive the driver like you're in, like Eric Jones in the Toyota Camry, if you're planning to race a custom car, you must let me know if you're going to race a custom car though. And if I catch you in the wrong number or the wrong manufacturer, like if you're in the 20 right, but you're in the wrong manufacturer, there'll probably be a 5-point penalty for every time you're off. So if you're in the wrong number and in the wrong manufacturer, that'll be 10 points. So it's basically going to be the same as that. So, but just like GU's league, you cannot help any of the playoff drivers. It's their responsibility to make the playoffs. So, but yeah, so that's that. So, I just want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for joining on the live stream. All the points and penalties have been explained, and then the schedule has been announced. And if you haven't already, you may go ahead and follow the official Southwest Cup Series Twitter account at Southwest Cup on Twitter, twitter.com/Southwest Cup. So, and we actually do need some more drivers in this league because we only got like 20 drivers in the league now. So, but Vern will probably reach out to some of the drivers and actually see if they actually do want to race in my league and see if they want to. But yeah, I can't wait for season 4 to start. What?
I got someone to race.
Well, you got to tell me if I know them or not. So, yeah, but yeah, I can't wait for season 4 to start. I want to go and thank everybody for joining me in the party. Let's actually go and make season 4 probably one of the greatest seasons of all time. Probably make season 3 a little bit better than let's make season 4 better than last season. Because season 3 was like a disaster, I think. Or actually, season 2 was the disaster. I cannot speak. Season 2 was the disaster. So
the only good race of season 2 was New Hampshire. That was the only good.
Well,
race
season
of that
2
season.
actually was whenever I had all those drivers in the league, like Bean, Racing Fan, Jake, and all those guys. So, but yeah, so season 4 will actually be a better season. I can't wait for season 4 to start on Friday at Talladega. So, I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you guys on Friday at 7 Eastern. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you guys on Friday. Take care, guys.